All right, hello everyone. Welcome to a little bit delay here. Week 9 recap, Week 10 preview as we go into action in fake college football for Easter Sunday. Hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll jump right into the review here, starting off with our game. The first game of the week, the Route 1 rivalry, as we like to call it here, between Delaware State and Delaware. In this game, we knew it from the start that Delaware was going to run and Delaware State was going to they combined for equal yards almost. Delaware State had 393 total. Delaware had 353. Each team had one turnover. Delaware dominating time of possession. 1955 compared to 805 for Delaware State. But it came all the way to the fourth quarter. Delaware was up by a pretty hefty margin. They were up 50 to about 28. And Delaware State started mounting a comeback. They scored 19 unanswered in the fourth quarter. But unfortunately, that's where their scoring stopped. So they lose by 3. It was a pretty close one, 50 to 47. Delaware is able to jump ahead of Delaware State in the CAA South rankings. But as you'll see, we go through those. We still have the returning number 1 atop of our division there. That's our first game. Next game was another close one between James Madison and VMI. And this was a true tale of two halves for both teams. In the offense, the scoring, I'll go through the drive summary here real quick. Touchdown, 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 and half. So the first half, no team didn't score a touchdown except for me at the end. But then I got the ball to start the second half, and I scored a touchdown. So it was tied 35 to 35 at that point. And then the ensuing possessions go turnover, miss, turnover, punt, turnover, turnover, field goal, and half. And so, VMI had 35 in the first half. They had 0 in the second half. I had 21 in the first half. 28 in the first half and 10 in the second half. And I ended up pulling out the win here on the last drive field goal. The final score was, 38 to 35. So that's that game. Keep moving on. We got Morgan State taking on Duquesne, the tale of two sub-coaches. Obviously Lancer and then Fugatti. And this game, pretty standard game for two teams. Morgan State obviously running a lot. Duquesne, a good mix of both with that spread offense. Morgan State did lose a fumble, and that seemed to be their loss as they lose 35 to 28. Next up, we had Towson versus Robert Morris, and this was a game we'd all been waiting for Mr. D. He did terrible defensively. He gave up 432 yards while only gaining 321. However, he did great in the turnover department. He won the turnover battle by 2. He was able to force 3 turnovers and only gave up the ball once. Towson also had 2 missed field goals, so that's 2 opportunities for points off the board. But in the end, Towson ends their 7-game losing streak. They jumped to 2-7 now. Robert Morris falls to 3-6. Final score was 42 to 35. Next up, we had our game of the week, Youngstown State versus Villanova. And this one was Youngstown State struggled in this one for real. They lost an interception and they lost a fumble, and Villanova dominated on passing, rushing, time of possession, you name it. Villanova is leading in that category in this game. Edge probably played his best game this season in this one. Youngstown State jumped out to an early lead. It was 21-14 at the end of the first quarter. But then Villanova scored 28 unanswered. And that's kind of where the doors blew off for Youngstown State. They weren't able to recover. Final score was 42 to 28. And finally, our last game that hit the deadline, Richmond just picked apart William and Mary. Touchdown for Richmond. Touchdown for William and Mary, and then turnover, touchdown for Richmond, turnover, field goal for Richmond, 2 delay of games. We know Bobo's been busy with work. He's probably going to retire soon. It'll be sad to see him go. He works like 50-hour weeks now, so it is what it is. He's had a great run as the William & Mary coach, and if it's coming to an end, it'll be a sad end to see him go away. But he's a great guy, and nothing to take away from him. Don't have a stat of the week here. I will say on prediction wise, I I think I was perfect. Actually, no, I wasn't. Wait, I was perfect. How about that? Going 6-0 in the week. Yeah, I take that, Hobbs. I am perfect.
But I'm more perfect.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll give it to you. You're a better coach than I am, so I can't really say anything to that. Anyways, oh, we do have Hobbs here. I don't know, Hobbs, how you doing? I guess I
Good,
really
how are
didn't
you?
introduce you. I'm pretty good. You're just gonna hear me talk a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't have a player of the week, obviously. Everyone's busy. Didn't have power rankings. Here it is now, week 9 contender and pretender. And my contender, I'm keeping it in the CAA. I'm going with Villanova. They have put together a quiet 6-game win streak, I believe it is, and they are now sitting atop the CAA North with a 4-1 conference record. They started off slow. Obviously, they started 0-3, but the past 6 games have been nothing but. I mean, they've been almost perfect as well in these past 6 games. They barely snuck by Towson, but they were able to rebound and get a crucial win against Youngstown State to put them atop of the CAA North. And so they're my contender, sorry. My pretender, everyone's favorite, just got inducted into the FCFB Hall of Fame. That is to say, Mr. Baba himself of Northern Alabama. I know he's a double dip coach. However, seeing him lose to Jacksonville State, who was admittedly a new coach, and you don't know how new coaches work sometimes, but still, very surprising loss for me. And so those are my contender and pretender league hobbies. Hobbs, over to you.
Uh, for contender, I need to actually look at stuff. Huh, I didn't have anything
Yeah,
set up,
I just kind of look through like scores and stuff and see what happened.
but but for contender, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville State. I mean, I their win over Baba was not expected, and yes, like you said, it is a new coach, but I think this new coach is gonna do a lot for the program. And then for pretender, I'm going to go with St. Francis. Yes, the team I lost to last week. And I am really annoyed because this team could have won but went to sleep. That's it. They lost to Hampton. I'm just annoyed at them.
Sometimes it's those quality losses that you need. They just don't come into play for you. But I will say something I just noticed looking at these. Where'd it go? If you look at the Delta, and Tennessee Valley number 1 is Southeastern Louisiana, a 4-1 conference record, but they went 0-4 in out of conference play. Their record is currently 4-5, but they're atop the Tennessee Valley.
Well, yeah,
Like it's a
Moofish is ahead of me in the South. Both of us have the same in conference record, but he's at 5-4, and I'm at 7-2.
Yeah, it's all about those conference. That's the only thing that matters now is just conference play because all
Yeah.
4 weeks of out of conference are out of the picture now. Speaking of which, the CAA South had the best out of conference win percentage. I want to say that, brag about my division a little. The CAA North is definitely dragging us down a little, but it is what it is.
Isn't like I saw who posted the statistic? Isn't like CAA South one of the hardest conferences or what divisions or whatever? Or was it
Yeah,
the North?
the South is the harder one.
Okay.
The North is very top heavy. You have Villanova and Youngstown State, and every other team is below 500. In the South, every team is above 500 except for the 2 that lost this week, VMI and William and Mary. They're 4-5.
Hmm. Stacked division.
Yeah, and like VMI literally won the conference 2 seasons ago, and so like we're full top to bottom. Obviously, Bobo's been out of it for a little bit, but that's okay. We can live with that. Anyways, moving on to our Week 10 preview, and this is a big one. Our battle for Appomattox has been going on this season. We had Week 3, in which the South won 4 games and the North won 2. The South leads plus 16 on the tiebreaker. So our first game here, we've got Towson at Delaware. And even though Mr. D just got a big win at Towson, traveling to Delaware, playing against very good coach, playoff coach in Larry. I don't think he's going to fare too well. Give me Delaware like 28-7. Low scoring battle there.
Which game are we talking about? I wasn't paying attention.
Towson at Delaware.
Okay, Towson, Delaware. Yeah, Delaware's gonna win. Scoreline 32-14.
Yeah, I don't see Towson putting up too many points, especially against a very stingy Delaware defense. Next up, we've got Villanova at William and Mary. I'm picking the win streak here. Villanova is 6-0 in their last 6 games, and I think they're going to make it 7-0 in their last 7. William and Mary obviously personal issues, and I don't see them putting in effort in this one. So give me Nova, and give me Nova like 16-0.
Villanova, they have the record to defeat William and Mary, but personally, I'm a big William and Mary fan. I don't care about the team in fake FCS. I love the team in real life FCS. So I'm gonna go with the Tribe in a close match. Give me 42-41. OT. Villanova misses a 2-point conversion.
Ooh. I'm pretty sure William and Mary hasn't completed a game in the past 5 weeks, 5 game weeks. So we'll see if it happens. You never know. Next up, we've got Morgan State at Delaware State. This one was kind of a toss-up to me. Obviously, you've got a sub at Morgan State who's been playing pretty well, but Delaware State obviously has. I mean, I guess his record's kind of hampered because he is in the South, which is a very good conference, but a very good division. But he's still a good coach, and I'm going to rock with Delaware State here to bounce back after a tough loss to Delaware. So give me the Hornets, and give me the Hornets big, somewhere like 45-21.
All right. Morgan State, Delaware State. Delaware State wins. I'm gonna say that. I think they have a good enough offense to be able to beat this 2-7 Morgan State team. That's the team they're playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure all I saw was MSU, DSU. Okay, yeah. I think Delaware State's gonna win. Give me 49-3. They're just gonna make a field goal.
Oh, really? You think the Delaware State defense is going to show up?
Oh no, I just like saying big numbers.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Next game here, we've got Richmond going to Robert Morris. And so I'm going to rock with Richmond. Obviously, they're atop the CAA South on a tiebreaker win over me. So while I would like a Robert Morris win, I think Richmond's going to pull away with this one. Oh, yeah, I need a score. Shoot, I don't know, 28-14, something like that. It's going to be low scoring.
Fair enough. That is a very decent scoreline. JMU, I think James Madison can win. Well,
you're calling the wrong game.
Oh, knew that. I knew that. Richmond, Robert Morris. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
Richmond Morris can win. That's what I meant to say. Wait, Richmond Morris. That doesn't
Richmond
work.
Morris.
Richmond can win. Robert Morris will not win. That is the bet. But Richmond, I think they are a underrated team in the eyes of the coaches poll committee. I think they're just underrated. So I think the 6-3 Richmond Spiders can easily defeat the 3-6 Robert Morris. Sorry, I'm typing this out to see their mascot.
Colonials.
Colonials, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to give a score. Give me 24-14.
All right. Yeah, that's a decent scoreline. All right, next up we've got the Battle of the Dukes. We've got the James Madison Dukes taking on the Duquesne Dukes. And I'm picking James Madison. I'm backing myself here. Lancer's a very good coach. I will not say he isn't. However, I think I can handle him, and I think I can make a case. Sitting at 7-3, I think I can make a very good case to be ranked in the next poll. Slowly. I know I don't have the top half wins. I've lost to all the good teams I've played. But hey, you never know. We'll see what we can do there. I'm gonna say the score is gonna be what, 38-28. Hopefully not as heartbreaking or not as nail biting as the last game I just played.
Okay, so in my poll, I do not have you ranked, and everyone knows the committee completely agrees with my opinions. So you're not being ranked this week. But
I don't want to be
James,
ranked.
fair enough. I think James Madison will win over Duquesne, whatever. I think James Madison will win and move on to 7-3, get the 3-game win streak. Give me 14-7, low scoring game.
That's a big assumption out of my defense, but you know what? Hey, we did hold VMI scoreless in the second half last game, so you never know. And finally, we got our game of the week, Youngstown State at VMI. And I picked this as the game of the week because this was the CAA Conference Championship game in Season 3 that VMI ended up winning. And then VMI ended up choking in the playoffs. But, you know, good old rematch never hurt anyone, especially in the battle for Appomattox, which is a very crucial thing here. A lot of teams playing for pride because they know they're not going to make the off season or the postseason, I should say. But I'm going to pick Youngstown State to rebound off of a tough loss to Villanova. And I'm picking a high-scoring one. I think it's going to be somewhere in the 60s for Youngstown State, actually. I think 63 or 66 to about 42. Both these teams have very lackluster defenses.
Wow, that's a very high scoring in your opinion. I think Youngstown State's gonna win. VMI just hasn't had the season as I've been told they have had in the past. I mean, 4-5 is not a good record. I mean, Moofish is 5-4, and he's running the Southland, but we don't talk about that. I think Youngstown State's gonna beat VMI. Apparently, they have bad defenses, so give me 50, 53. No, not 53. That's not how math works. 56, 42.
Calling a lot of touchdowns, but you know we love to see it. You know, if teams are scoring, it looks good for the conference. Next up, we've got odds makers. We're talking about these games here. First game, I bet on this one, and I put everything I own on North Dakota State plus 2.5 on the spread. I also, if I were to pick, I would probably pick the under in this one. Drake's been playing pretty good on defense, and North Dakota State, obviously with Matt as a defensive coordinator, has a pretty good defense as well. So I think it's going to be pretty low scoring. So give me North Dakota State against the spread and give me the under.
Okay. I forget who I bet on in all of these games. But I know I bet on North Dakota State in this game. I think they finally hit their groove thanks to last week's win over Dayton. I think they're back on track. I think they can take down Drake. Oh wait, yeah,
Oh,
scores. I think it's going to be over. Give me 35-28. I think
fair
that's
enough.
over.
Yeah, that is very much over. Next game 2 on our list here. We've got Albany at Holy Cross. Albany is favored by 7 points. They're on the spread. And I'm actually going to pick Albany here, even though they are -7, because Holy Cross is 2-7. Skip started out 0-7, has kind of gotten back into the groove of things, but do not count out Wuzup. You know, Wuzup is a playoff caliber coach. And so I'm going to pick Wuzup here at -7 against the spread. I'm going to pick the over in this one.
Yeah, Albany is going to win. I think it's going to be under. I don't really have anything to say about this game. It's just, I think Albany can win this, and I think they will win this. Give me, like I said, under, give me 21-17.
So you're picking Holy Cross with the spread, though, because they'd be +7. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy Cross
Yeah.
would win your
I mean,
spread.
just
All
like
right.
the over in total, like the
Okay.
56.
All right. Makes sense. Game 3, we got Charleston Southern at Presbyterian. Charleston Southern is -5 against the spread. So actually, I think I'm going to pick an upset here. I'm picking Presbyterian to continue this Charleston Southern slide that we've got going on. So Presbyterian, I think they're actually going to win this one outright, and I think it's going to be over as well. Over-under on this one is 57.
Yeah, Presby. I think Presby's gonna win, not because I think they're a good team, but because I think it's funny, and that's usually how
That's good. Yeah,
that's
that's a
usually
good way
how
to
I
think of it.
choose the winners in these games. I think it's gonna be over. Presby 45-31.
Yeah, that does hit the over. Next game, game 4, battle of two 6-3 teams in Northern Iowa and Illinois State. The over/under on this one is 64.5, kind of high for Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa is -3 on the spread. And give me Northern Iowa. I think they win by a touchdown, and I think it's going to be under because that's a lot of points for Northern Iowa to score.
That makes sense. Northern Iowa, I think they are gonna win this. Northern Iowa, a very good team. 3 losses is well, they have 3 losses, yes, but I think they're still a playoff caliber team. They're good. Uh, I think Northern Iowa is gonna beat Illinois State. Under, give me 28-10.
Fair enough. All right, next game, we've got game 5 here. New Hampshire at Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart is +5 on the spread, and the over/under is 59. New Hampshire is 8-1, and they lost one early, I believe, to Princeton, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. And I think they're just going to keep climbing. They should probably be number 2 or number 3 this week. So give me them against. Give me New Hampshire -5, and give me the over on this one. I think they're going to be a lot of points here, because Naki is very good on offense.
Did you say New Hampshire lost to who did you say they lost to?
I said Princeton because I
Yeah, they
believe.
lost to Stony Brook.
Oh, really? Never mind
Uh-huh.
then. That does not really change my opinion, if I'm being honest.
By transitive property, which is something I bring up a lot because it's the only thing I remember from math. But by transitive property, St. Francis is better than New Hampshire. Therefore, I'm going to say Sacred Heart wins this. Under,
That
give me 31 to 20. 31-20.
31-20, so 51 points. Yeah, that is under. Next game, it's kind of essentially a pick 'em. We got Eastern Illinois against South Dakota. Both teams 5-4. South Dakota is favored by a half a point. And give me Dan. This is an incredible season from one of the historically worst coaches. He's usually like a 2 or 3 win coach, and I want to see him keep winning. Obviously, Eastern Illinois, I want to say it's Michael Lum coaching there, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But give me South Dakota and give me the over on this one. 52.5 points is very low scoring.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. It was Eastern Illinois versus who? I know it was Eastern Illinois, right? Let me actually just pull this up. That's probably better. I think it's Eastern Illinois. I need to find this quickly. Oddsmaker. Yeah, here we go. Faster. Jeez, I need to find this. All right, here we go. Eastern Illinois, South Dakota. Eastern Illinois wins. Eastern Illinois. The record is just. I think Eastern Illinois is better than the record shows. Not by much, but I think they're still better. I say Eastern Illinois wins this. Give me 34-24. 10-point win by Eastern Illinois. That would be, let me think, math, 34-24. Yeah, that'd be over. Door, you're muted.
My bad. That ends the odds makers. We'll go right into our listener topics, and I just realized I shared an Amazon screen that I did not mean to share. I'm looking into buying wood frames. So, anyways, to the listener questions we go. I'm skipping yours because yours is pretty stupid, if I'm being honest. First one is, which conference title race is the most intriguing? And I said it before, but I'm going to say the Delta because Hornet is currently 4-5, but is 4-1 in conference and leads the Tennessee Valley. I mean, if he gets like a good 4 weeks here. He's the conference champion, and he could be a team that is in the playoffs, even though he went 0-4 in out of conference play, and will probably be the number 24 seed. So that's the most intriguing to me. I want to see who wins the Delta. Obviously, you have Powers, you have Brady, you got Vinny in there, but Hornets making a nice little name for himself, and so it'll be interesting to see how that works.
All right, most intriguing conference title. I'm not gonna go with conference title. I'm going for the Adirondack Division part of the MAC. I think thanks to Lafayette losing, it has just gone into complete chaos. Anyone but Colgate can win, so I think that's just the most interesting division race currently.
So you went divisional with it, I guess. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Next question here from Western Illinois, the offensive coordinator, because he the stupid coordinators, you know who that makes. Sorry. I'm getting off topic here, getting controversial. Team most likely to jump into the committee's rankings next week, like ones that weren't ranked before, and I'm gonna pull up the committee rankings because I don't have those on top of my head. My computer is lagging very much. So give me 1 second here. Do you have any thoughts off the top of your head?
Me?
Before I
Oh
pull
yeah,
up.
I have them pulled up right now. If he's talking about if he's including the first 4 out as teams in the committee rankings, then
No,
I'm gonna go with.
we're not counting those. We're not counting those.
Oh, then yeah, Tennessee Tech jumps in. Tennessee
Okay,
Tech
yeah,
jumps into the top
obviously.
24, easy. I was gonna say Marist if it was the full 28. If it's just the top 24, then yeah, Tennessee
Tennessee
Tech.
Tech. Yeah, no, because first 24 are the ones that matter. So we don't count the what's it called? The first 4 out because they wouldn't be in the playoffs. They're not ranked, Anyways, I'm waiting for this picture to load here, as you can see. Oh, and Richmond is ranked. Richmond was my choice. I know they're sitting there at 5-3. But yeah, I guess I will back Tennessee Tech here to be the jumper after they got a big